Hello my beautiful weebs, and welcome back to another video. Today Otaku Sensei will be recommending the top 10 anime where the main character has power similar to God level. If you're new here and happen to enjoy this sort of content, then please don't forget to subscribe as well as turn on the notification bell. And for the people who are already subbed and like the video before it actually starts, know that we appreciate you. Also, we've been partnered with Gamer Subs. So if you guys want to buy waifu cups or energy drink, make sure to use code OTAKU at the link in the description. And it would be great if you guys follow Otaku Sensei on Twitter. That being said, let's start the video. We kickstart this list with To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. 100 years after settlers on the continent of Patria established a democratic nation, the discovery of an energy source called somnium ore sparked a conflict. The nation of Patria split between the industrial Northern Union and the mining towns of the Southern Confederation, and began fighting a civil war. While the South had greater numbers, the North had a secret weapon, the Incarnates, soldiers who could transform into giant mythical beasts and single-handedly destroy enemy emplacements. Hey, Northern Union, Marley called, and they want their tactics back. However, when the war ended and a peace treaty was negotiated, the Incarnates were supposed to be destroyed. Instead, an officer named Kane betrayed his superiors and fled with the surviving Incarnates across the continent. 2 years later, an Incarnate named Hank has made it his mission to hunt down the surviving Incarnates, assisted by a young woman named Char who blames him for killing her father. In 9th place, we have a Chinese anime, which means I'm going to get a lot of these names wrong, but it is called Heaven Official's Blessing. The story starts like this. 800 years ago, Ji Lian was the crown prince of the Jianlei Kingdom. He was loved by his citizens and was considered the darling of the world. He ascended to the heavens at a young age. However, due to the unfortunate circumstances, was quickly banished back to the mortal realm. Years later, he ascends again, only to be banished again a few minutes after his ascension. Now, 800 years later, Ji Lian ascends to the heavens for the third time, as the laughingstock among all three realms. On his first task as a god thrice ascended, he meets a mysterious ghost who rules the ghosts and terrifies the heavens. Yet, unbeknownst to Ji Lian, this Ghost King has been paying attention to him for a very, very long time. In 8th place, we have another Chinese anime. Oh boy, more mispronounced names. And it is called Yao Jing Zhong Ji Shou Sei. I'm very sorry if I said that wrong. On his way to a convention, Yuan Ding, an otaku, finds himself transported to another world, a fantasy world with magic and demons. After failing the entrance exam at Chuo Yue Academy, he decides to become a gardener where he learns about the fairy seed. Yuan Ding's life in another world begins, aiming to collect the fairies said to exist in the legends to change his destiny and become the protagonist of this new world. In 7th place, we have Strike the Blood. On Itogami Island, a man-made island south of Japan, which has developed into a monster and demon sanctuary, Kojo Akatsuki is suspected of being the fourth progenitor, a powerful vampire who could potentially disrupt the balance of power among the world's three ruling progenitors. Kojo was an ordinary high schooler before becoming a vampire and is reluctant to use the powers which he barely controls. Yukina Himaragi is a neophyte sword shaman whose first mission is to observe him. Before long, Kojo is the center of attention of many who are concerned about the risks that he represents. Kojo and Yukina befriend various students and others, some of whom are attracted to Kojo, and whose situations drive his libido, which provides the source of much of his power. In 6th place, we have Toa no Kwan. In a futuristic Tokyo, unique human beings who have awakened distinct powers are being hunted by a secret organization named Custos. Known as Attractors, these exceptional humans are joining forces to defend themselves. They are led by a boy named Kwan, an idealist who is determined to save all the Attractors that he can. In 5th place, we have Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy. As a part of a mysterious contract agreed upon by a goddess and his parents years ago, Makoto Misumi finds himself sent to another world to meet the goddess and become the hero. However, the deity deems Makoto to be hideous. Oof. Refusing to even lay eyes upon him and revokes his heroic title, disdainfully giving him the ability to understand all languages except the human language as compensation. The goddess drives Makoto off to the farthest edges of the wasteland, far from human civilization. Due to the disparity between Earth and this new world, Makoto's inherent physical and magical capabilities awaken, making him extremely powerful. He meets various demi-humans and mythical beings who all end up being captivated with his characteristics and join Makoto in building a community where all of them can peacefully coexist. Nevertheless, despite this success, Makoto still yearns to meet fellow humans. In a world where the goddess herself has barred him from interacting with his kind, it is up to Makoto and his companions to fulfill his desire and perhaps reform society along the way. In fourth place we have I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. In role-playing games, slimes are usually the easiest monster to kill, and because of that, they yield few experience points. But what would happen if you live long enough to keep defeating them for 300 years? After many years of being a corporate slave, Asusa Aizawa abruptly passes away due to severe exhaustion. Seemingly headed for the afterlife, she meets a goddess who bestows her with immortality alongside a peaceful life in another world. There, Asusa enjoys her days tending to her farm, protecting the nearby village, and killing about 25 slimes per day, a routine that continues for at least 3 centuries. However, this rather monotonous cycle begins to change when Asusa suddenly finds that she has reached the level 99, the maximum possible level from slimes alone. Despite desperately trying to hide this fact in fear of ending her slow life, rumors of her strength spread nevertheless. Soon enough, various people throughout the continent, like the dragon Laika and the elf Halkara, start to appear at her doorstep, some seeking a battle, others asking for her assistance. Meeting friends and acquaintances who soon become family, Asusa finds that she can live a far better life with others than when she was alone. In third place we have Lord Marksman and Vanitas. In times of war, set in Western Europe, Eleonora Veltaria, one of the 7 Vanitas of Zhecht, I don't know if I said that right, but hopefully, leads the war in Tobruk. There are actually 7 Vanitas, named like this because they each received a powerful weapon from the dragon to reign over 7 territories, each possessing their own. The power of the Vanitas causes dread and fear towards their enemies. An earl in the service of the country of Brunn, a young archer called Tigre Vermud Vorn, got a taste of it after he was defeated on the battlefield by Ellen, or Eleonora. However, Ellen decided to spare his life after seeing his skills. In exchange, he is asked to serve Ellen. In second place we have Beelzebub. Ishiyama High is a school populated entirely by delinquents, where nonstop violence and lawlessness are the norm. However, there is one universally acknowledged rule. Don't cross first year Tatsumi Oga, Ishiyama's most vicious fighter. One day Oga is by a riverbed when he encounters a man floating down the river. After being retrieved by Oga, the man splits down the middle to reveal a baby, which crawls onto Oga's back and immediately forms an attachment to him. Though he doesn't know it yet, this baby is named Kaiser de Imperana Beelzebub IV, or Baby Beel for short, the son of the Demon Lord. As if finding the future Lord of the Underworld isn't enough, Oga is also confronted by Hildegard, Beel's demon maid. Together they attempt to raise baby Beel. Although while surrounded by juvenile delinquents and demonic powers, the two of them may be in for more of a challenge than they can imagine. And we finish this list with The Devil is a Part-Timer at number 1. The demon lord Satan seeks to conquer the world of Anta Isla by annexing its 4 continents with the help of his demon generals Alciel, Lucifer, Malakota, and Adramelech. After being confronted by the hero Amelia and her companions, and after they had killed Malakota and Adramelech, Satan and Alciel escape from the world of Anta Isla through a gate to modern Tokyo, Japan, because of course. However, due to the lack of magic in the modern contemporary world, both Satan and Alciel change into forms representing what they would look like if they were human. In order to survive, Satan takes a part-time job in a fast food restaurant named McDonald's, while Alciel serves as his houseman. One day, Satan, who now goes by Sadao Mao, meets a girl who is actually Amelia in the form of Emi Yusa. The story then unfolds and explores the personalities of each of the characters and their moral values. More characters show up from Anta Isla, and they too face the new world dilemmas, often comically. This video ends here, and I want to especially say thank you to all those people who support us through Patreon and channel membership. Also, make sure to follow Otaku Sensei on social media for update-related things, and remember to use code OTAKU at GamerSupps, link in the description. We hope you enjoyed this list as well as got introduced to new shows, and if you did, then leave a like, share with your buddies, and like always, subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, try to keep the comments section wholesome. Peace out.